Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
And
Today we are just going to see about Menstual Circle, and my name is Namikazi Christians. I'm a student in Mount Kenya University in nursing education. And for you?
my name is Umurisa Yvonne. I'm a student on Mount Kenya University in nursing department.
For like in a Menstual Circle, it's a party in a reproductive system which is done in female body at the age of puberty, and it's under control of the endocrine system rhythmic series of physiological change occur in fertile women and are necessary for reproduction. This cycle began at the puberty age between 12 and 14 years and end at menopause age between 45 and 55 years old. And the menstrual cycle has the phase. Menstrual cycle is done in the puberty in the female body, controlling by the endocrine system. And for definition, menstrual cycle is the name given to the physiological change that occur in the uterus and which are essential to receive the fertilized oocyte. This is series of change. The change occurs regularly in female every 25 to 32 days by the average of 28 days, and it is stimulated by change in blood concentration of the hormone. The hormones secreted during the cycle are regulated by negative feedback mechanism, meaning that each hormone is secreted until the organ, the first hormone, it acts up and stimulated, then that organ secreted a hormone that reduces secretion of the first hormone. In that, hypothalamus is the act of all of that. The hypothalamus give the luteinizing hormone, releasing hormone, and that luteinizing hormone will release anterior pituitary release female gonadotrophin, which are going to give us two hormone, follicular-stimulating hormone and the luteining hormone. Follicular-stimulating hormone will give us the ovule, that ovule which will be mature and give us the ovary follicle. Then luteining hormone will give us the ovule which will give to attach on corpus luteum. Then for that ovary which is mature, which is called the follicle, it gives us the estrogen, and that corpus luteum will up to end of progesterone. The hypothalamus secreted the luteinizing hormone, releasing hormone, which stimulated the anterior pituitary to secrete. Then follicular-stimulating hormone, which promotes the maturation of ovarian follicle and the secretion of estrogen, leading to ovulation. Follicular-stimulating hormone is therefore predominantly active in the first half, and it will give us the half of the cycle. Its secretion is suppressed once ovulation has taken place to prevent other follicle maturation during the current cycle. For luteinizing hormone, it which trigger ovulation stimulated the development of corpus luteum and the secretion of progesterone. For that time, the hypothalamus responds to change in the blood level of estrogen and progesterone. It is stimulated by high level of estrogen alone, as happens in the first half of the cycle, but suppressed by estrogen and progesterone 1 together, as happened in the second half of the cycle. As shown above, the average length of the cycle is 28 days and have 3 parts by conversion. The days of the cycle are numbered from the beginning of the menstruation, which usually lasts about 4 days. This followed by proliferative phase, about 10 days, then by secretory phase, about 14 days, which make 3 parts of menstrual cycle. The first one, as we saw, it's menstrual cycle. The second, proliferative cycle. The third one, secretion cycle. Then let's see the first one, which is the menstrual phase. Known as menstrual bleeding, menses, or a period, it's that part which we call period, which we can say the ladies is in periods. Physiologically, this is the terminal phase of the reproductive cycle of event and is simultaneous with the beginning of the follicular phase of the ovary cycle. The spiral artery of the endometrium go into spasm, withdraw the blood supply to it, and the endometrium dies, referred to as necrosis. The endometrium is shut down to the basal layer along with blood from the capillaries, and infertility side or side. Failure to menstruate is the indication that woman may have become pregnant. When the ovum is not fertilized, the corpus luteum starts to degenerate. In the event of pregnancy, it is supported by human chorionic gonadotrophin secreted by developing of embryo. The progesterone and estrogen level therefore fail, and the functional layer of endometrium, which is dependent on high level of base ovary hormone, is shed in menstruation. The menstruation flow consists of the secretion from endometrium glands, endometrial cells, blood from degeneration capillaries, and fertilized ovum. After degeneration of the corpus luteum, however, failing level estrogen and progesterone lead to resumed anterior pituitary activity, raising FSH level and the initial of the next cycle. For the next cycle, let's invite my colleague to tell about that cycle.
Thank you. The second phase is proliferative phase. In this phase, flow menstruation is simultaneous with the follicular phase and lasts until ovulation. There is a formation of new layer. And of endometrium in the uterus, referred to as a proliferative endometrium. This phase is under the control of estrogen hormone and progesterone secreted by Graafian follicle and consists of the growth and thickening of the endometrium in the uterus. During the first few days of this phase, the endometrium is reforming, described as in the regenerative phase. At the completion of this phase, the endometrium consists of 3 layers. The first is the basal layers, lie immediately above the myometrium and approximately 1 millimeter thick. It contains all necessary for the structure for building new endometrium. The second is the functional layer, which contains tubal gland and is approximately 2.5 millimeter thick and lie on the top of the basal layer. Its change consists constantly according to the hormone influences of the ovary. And the third one is the layer carbohydrate-ciliated epithelium layer. Cover the functional layer. It deep down to line the tubal gland of the functional layer. If fertilization occurs, the fertilized oocyte implants itself within the endometrium. At this stage, an ovarian follicle stimulated by follicular-stimulating hormone is growing toward maturity and is producing estrogen, which stimulates proliferation of the functional layer of the endometrium in preparation of the reception of the fertilized ovum. The endometrium thickens, become very vascular and rich in mucus secreting gland. Rising level of estrogen are responsible for triggering a surge of luteinizing hormone approximately mid-cycle. This luteinizing hormone triggers ovulation, making the end of the proliferative phase. The third phase of menstrual cycle is the secretory phase. In the secretory phase, it is the phase which follows the proliferative phase and is simultaneous with ovulation. It is under the influence of progesterone and estrogen secreted by corpus luteum. The functional layer of the endometrium thickens to approximately 3.5 mm and becomes strong in appearance because the glands are more taut. The blood supply the area is increased and the gland produce nutritive secretion such as glycogen. Those conditions last for approximately 7 days, awaiting the fertilized oocyte. Let's see the some abnormality of the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle have many abnormalities depending on the hormone or other physiological change. There is an ovulation. An ovulation is the failure of the ovary to release over a period of time generally exceeding 3 months. An ovulation cycle is a menstrual cycle characterized by varying degree of menstrual intervals and the absence of ovulation and a luteal phase. In the absence of ovulation, they will be infertility. Hypomenorrhea. Hypomenorrhea, also known as a short or scant period, is extremely light menstruation blood flow. It is the opposite of hypomenorrhea, which is more properly called menorrhagia. Menorrhagia, uterine bleeding is irregular intervals particularly between the expected menstrual periods. Oligomenorrhea is a medical term which generally refers to irregular or infrequent menstrual periods with intervals of more than 35 days. However, the duration may vary. Amenorrhea is the absence of menstrual period in a woman of reproductive age. Polymenorrhea is a type of dysfunctional uterus bleeding in which the period occurs at much short intervals, usually 21 days. And as a conclusion on when we see a conclusion, the menstrual cycle is the series of change a woman's body goes through to prepare for a pregnancy. About once a month, the uterus grows a new lining endometrium to get ready for a fertilized eggs. When there is no fertilized egg to start a pregnancy, the uterus sheds its running menstrual. The uterus sheds its running. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
As in addition, we should say that there is a term called amenorrhea. That amenorrhea is not normal regular menstruation that lasts for typically 3 to 5 days, or 2, it can even be 2 to 7 days in considered normal. So if you have a period of 2 to 7, don't say that it's an abnormal. It's a normal. It's your period. So you just control that your period is for 2 to 7 days and be happy of that. The average blood loss during your menstruation or your period is 50 to 100 milliliters. The blood is inhibited from clotting due to enzyme called plasmin. That enzyme is the one which will let your blood be clotting containing in the endometrium. The term menorrhagia denotes heavy blood. If you see that you have the blood which is heavy, you just know that your period or your term is called menorrhagia. Some women experience uterine cramps. When you are in period, you just feel that you have the cramps. You just feel that it feeling bad, and it takes like it very painful. So that it caused by the muscular contraction, which is explained in the tuition. Severe uterine cramps are known as dysmenorrhea. So it's not even a problem. It is just that the cramps. So you see that after sewing that menstrual cycle, you can control your period of doing your sex intercourse, and you will know that you cannot be pregnant, as you know that it takes 28 days. You can control your menstruation, and you say that if 14 days it's ovulation, and then you say I will stop my sexually intercourse from the 11 days up to 14, then I can continue to stop even after 14 to 16, and you will be sure that you can get pregnant. Thank you very much for listening.